Well, Melissa Cloeter of Own It Ventures is joining us now this morning to talk about her business, which helps other businesses. Tell us about your business. What is Own It Ventures?
Own It Ventures is a business ecosystem that's created to help women entrepreneurs scale up their companies. We focus in three really key areas. One is angel investors. The second one is the media, getting your name out there, your business out there for exposure. And then the third area, we happen to notice that a lot of women have a product or an invention. And so we bring in retail buyers and we help connect women entrepreneurs with retail buyers to gain distribution in the stores.
Sounds great. Now, to use a cliche, in this economy, which everybody denounces as being bad, a lot of people are turning to starting their own business because they're out of work. Good idea, bad idea? What are your thoughts?
Well, I believe it's entrepreneurship that's going to pull this country out of the economic gutter, so to speak. And you know what, it is tough out there. There's a great opportunity in creating your own job, so to speak, by having your own business. You have to be smart about it too. And that's where like Own It Ventures and other great organizations like SBDC and the SBA can provide the resources that entrepreneurs need so they're successful.
And when you say play it smart, I think for me that is going to something you know. If you're in media, open a production company. If you work for a restaurant, perhaps open a restaurant. But if you ran a production company, maybe you shouldn't open a restaurant.
Oh, absolutely. You need to go where your strengths are. And your areas of opportunity, or some people may call weaknesses, you know, you can counter that if you, let's say you're not good in finances. Well, you need to have a financial understanding to have a successful business. You can hire that in. But key in on where your strengths are. And that's what I encourage entrepreneurs to do.
Also, you've got your network contacts already established. You know the business, you know the product, you know the market. Are you better off having a product type of business or a service-oriented business?
You know what? It's really what your strength is, once again. I have some women that are part of Own It Ventures, and they have unbelievable products. And these products have what I call legs to them. They have such great potential, and thus the women in their businesses have great potential. There are a lot of pitfalls, though, that especially for a product-based business that you can fall into that, quite frankly, even large corporations have been fallen into. Like, for example, Coke. I don't know if you remember when they came out many years ago.
I was a small boy, but I remember, yes.
That new Coke, all right?
Yes.
Well, you know, Coke drinkers, they love their Coke. And they don't like Pepsi, and Pepsi drinkers don't like Coke. Well, when Coke came out with the new Coke, they were hoping to capture more of the market and make, you know, build on the brand name. And what they ended up doing was, quite frankly, upsetting the loyal Coke drinkers.
Exactly. Why would you alienate the base you have when Coca-Cola was the #1 or teetering on the #1
Absolutely.
cola in the country?
Absolutely, and that's something that large corporations have done unsuccessfully, and then that's something that, quite frankly, entrepreneurs, you can't afford to do.
Are bricks and mortar still part of the equation, or is everything web-based nowadays?
You have to have an internet.
Okay.
You have to have internet presence. If you have a brick and mortar, you need to have a website in conjunction with your brick and mortar store. E-commerce right now that's on the huge rise as far as where consumers are spending and buying and going to. Someone wants to know something about a product right away, they're going to Google it. And if you don't have a website, quite frankly, your business lags in its success ratio. Also, if you happen to be wanting outside funding, either angel investor or with a bank, you need to have a website because, once again, that's where these people and organizations are going to go.
And an angel investor is venture capital?
An angel investor usually is another successful entrepreneur, and they want to get involved in an entrepreneurial enterprise, but they don't really want to start it on their own.
Like Facebook buying Instagram.
Exactly, exactly.
Right.
They want to be able to, with an angel investor, it is the money, but it's also their mentorship and their resources, their connections that they can use to help pull up the business into real growth.
How do people get in touch with Own It Ventures?
They can call me or they can email me, melissa@ownitventures.com, or come to my website, ownitventures.com.
I was going to say, if you didn't have a website, shame on you. Okay.
No, there's a website.
Okay, thank you so much, Melissa.